right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having a wonderful morning. It is September 17th, 2025, and this is the day of the rate cuts, my friend. So we have Jerome Powell. It's pretty loud. Wait, hold on. We got to turn this down a little bit. Oh, yeah, but we have Jerome Powell coming out. We actually have a couple of events even leading into it.
Now, a couple of things
we actually have a couple
China.
of events even leading into it.
Good
morning. China stocks went crazy. There was things about an NVIDIA chip ban, and then there was about certain companies getting investments. Baidu went crazy. Just not too long ago, a couple minutes ago, they announced that Lyft is making a partnership with Uber, with Waymo. Uber went down, Lyft went up, and now everyone's going to play a little bit of back and forth until we get Powell, and there is a couple of events and conferences that I have for you. So I hope you're ready for all of it. I hope your morning is good, and I hope you got the endurance to make it to 2 p.m., my friends. But Chatadonia! Good morning. How are you, Tyree? What up, Ivy? What up, Nika? Dystopian, Uri, Eaton, Run, Battleborn, Mr. Edwards, IPOC, Enzo, C. Rod, Mr. Forrest Gump, The Strong Term, CM, Dos Nazo, Apex, Deco, Eat, Baby, Ummo Business. Good morning, Mr. Sandman, Gunnar, Dos Nacho, Bill Robert. Bro, now the chat. I think my thing is tweaking out. Oh, good morning. What up, Axel? Oh, it's 2K Colin, Ghost, Brown, Tom Cruise, Ian. Oh my goodness. Good morning, John, Mr. Young Cav, Dev the Lurker, Me Not Yo, Shasta, John Says, baby. Tell him what's going on, Christian. Good morning, Winning. What up, NRG? So, Chad, I hope you're ready. It's a good day. It's going to be exciting. And remember, we had a nice little preview on the watch list. If you didn't watch the watch list, you are going to fall behind quickly. Because I have more for you. I know, I have more. So if you thought yesterday's watch list was a lot, I have more, my friends. So yeah, I'd watch it, get up to speed, because there's a couple of things, and quite frankly, the next coming weeks and next coming months, that's going to be important, and you should know what to look for today. There's going to be a couple of things. So I'll have another preview right before, but I would get ahead with the other watch list, because there might be some things you'll miss. But good morning. And here's Josh AI with the news, baby.
Top overnight news, trade tariffs, China orders tech giants to halt NVIDIA AI chip purchases, boosting local semiconductor push FT. Trump's China trip depends on Boeing soybean deals. Sources reveal significant progress, SCMP. China calls U.S. TikTok deal a win-win. Will review technology and IP transfers. Reuters, China hyping big data center project, relying exclusively on domestically produced AI chips. Reuters, U.S. begins USMCA review, setting stage for potential trade tensions with Mexico, Canada. Axios FT, UK PM Starmer favors guaranteed U.S. steel tariff over zero quota, eyes Trump deal. FT Reuters, EU companies face rare earths license delays in China, chamber urges trade barrier reduction. FT Reuters, Japanese automakers aim to boost U.S. investment, maintain wage growth after trade deal. Bloomberg, South Korea trade talks continue amid tensions over U.S. immigration raid, $350 billion pledge question. Bloomberg, central banks, Fed Chair Powell navigates divisions, rate cut debates and succession questions amid Trump appointees. Link, ECB's De Guindos says keep options open on rates, ready to adjust policy if economy shifts. Bloomberg, ECB's Escriva says must remain agile on rates. Uncertainty lingers despite controlled inflation. Bloomberg, corporate, Apple's China iPhone sales slumped before new model launch amid shrinking market. Bloomberg, AI is reshaping corporate structures, creating leaner teams and expanding leadership oversight. Link, China trials advanced AI chip-making tools, seeking to rival U.S. processors. FT, Elliott says it has built a $2 billion stake in Workday, highlights support for management. CNBC, online ticket platform StubHub IPO, priced at $23.50 a share, valuing company at $8.6 billion. CNBC, Novo Nordisk explores wider uses for obesity drugs targeting sleep apnea and knee pain. Reuters, Novo Nordisk's new boss gains cautious support following significant cuts. FT, Eli Lilly's obesity pill shows promise. Doctors say with far-reaching effects expected. Bloomberg, Eli Lilly invests $5 billion in Virginia plant, bolstering U.S. drug production amid tariff concerns. Reuters, GSK pledges $30 billion U.S. investment amid UK life science industry concerns. Bloomberg, Nestle chairman exits early amid turmoil. Pablo Isla to take over OneOcti. Reuters, markets, bond traders bet on Fed rate cuts, anticipating economic slowdown and White House pressure. Bloomberg, foreign investors in U.S. assets seek protection amid dollar volatility, rethinking greenback exposure. FT, Japanese bonds surge after strong auction, offering investors respite amid political uncertainty. Bloomberg, gold slips after record high, spotlight turns to Fed rate decision. Reuters, Chinese tech shares surge on AI bets, Hang Seng Index hits new high. Bloomberg, U.S. economy diverges, high earners thrive while low-wage workers struggle anew. Link, UK inflation held steady at 3.8% in August, with rising food prices influencing the outlook. CNBC. Reuters, Japan's exports decline, shipments to the U.S. see biggest drop in 4 years. Bloomberg. Washington, top Democrats say they oppose Republicans' stopgap bill. Politico, former BLS chief recounts shock firing after weak jobs data, downward revisions reported. Bloomberg, Trump's push to nix quarterly reporting gains traction, White House controls SEC agenda. Reuters, geopolitics, Trump administration clears first Ukraine arms aid package paid for by allies. Reuters, U.S. secures release of Wells Fargo banker barred from leaving China after negotiations. Reuters.
FT, there's more. S&P futures, they're little changed on Wednesday morning. Comes after U.S. equities finished mostly in an uneventful Tuesday session. S&P and NASDAQ came slightly off Monday's record highs. NASDAQ 100 snapped a big 9-day winning streak. Treasuries mostly firmer with the FOMC, with yields down 2 to 3 basis points at the back end of the curve. Dollar is up by 0.2 after a 0.6 slump in the prior session. Gold is down by 0.5, Bitcoin down by 0.5, and WTI is off by 0.3. Market is in waiting mode ahead of the FOMC with 25 basis point rate cut widely expected. Focus will be on dissents, the dot plot, and signaling from Powell. All the headlines with the latest report are AI, and headlines with China ordering its big tech companies to stop buying chips from NVIDIA. Also reports of Beijing hyping a major data center project, relying exclusively on domestically made AI chips. On the trade front, SMCP suggested that along the widely touted TikTok deal, U.S. and China may be close to announcing a deal involving China purchase of AG agriculture products and Boeing jets. While largely on the back burner of the markets, U.S. government shutdown odds ratcheted up further after Democrats said they opposed Republican stopgap plan. August housing starts fell 8.5% month over month, while July revised down, slowest pace since May. Building permits down 3.7 month over month after missing estimates, and slowest since May 20th, though July revised slightly higher. Bank of Canada rate decision also this morning. This afternoon brings FOMC updated SEP Powell press conference. Fed widely expected to cut by 25, with the rate seen as a done deal. Market more focused on whether the dot plot shows 25 or 50 basis points of easing this year, and whether Powell adopts a more dovish tone following recent signs of labor market softening. Looking ahead, Thursday brings initial claims in September Philly Fed Manufacturing Index. No major economic data scheduled for Friday. Financial Times said China internet regulatory body told country's biggest tech companies to stop buying AI chips. Bloomberg reported that Apple iPhone sales in China fell 6% year over year in the weeks leading up to the iPhone 17 launch, a deeper slump than typical into a new product. Workday, big gainer. News that Elliott has built a significant stake. Activists highlighted support for management and analyst day disclosures. GIS revenue was in line with weaker results from NA retail management. PGRE to be acquired by Rhythm, though deal price below Tuesday's close. Stub IPO priced at $23.50, valuing the company at $8.6 billion. ARW a laggard on news of CEO exit. Rick under further pressure following yesterday afternoon's news of indictment of company executives. Ava, Chada, Tonya. There is more, Habibi. I don't come the empty hand. I have for you today, Bobby. You see. Look, I have so much actually. Wow. I don't even know where my pre-market moving. Here it is, Habibi. Here it is. I make it. I give you dots. I put a dot for you to make a notice. You know, make a red dot. No red dot. Okay. Workday up by 9.3. Elliott Management comments positively on Analyst Day. Zillow up 3.5. Berenstein upgrade. MTZ 3.4. Wolf Research upgrade. IonQ 2.6. Intent to acquire. Vector, if you held those options, are $10 in the money. Ryan is up by 1.7. Wells Fargo upgrade. I noticed these. Ralph Lauren was Investor Day. Rocket Lab had an Investor Day the other day. And then Copart, I don't know why, and Toll Brothers. So this is what I wanted you to pick up on. These aren't easy plays, but sometimes you'll notice on this list, there's like outsized movers tied to an industry, and then there's no headline. So I'd say 25% of the time, one of them will end up going for some odd reason. So pay attention to those. That's why I'm pointing them out for you. NVO is up by 1.1. Barenburn upgrade. Netflix up 1.1. Loop Capital upgrade. ROIV is up by 10. Rovient and Preovient announced phase 3 results. Nutrila up 6. OPCH up 4.2. NVCST. Again, all of these are industries. VFC, that's a value name. DNTH up by 2. Clear Street initiates buy. Biohaven up 1.9. City initiates buy. Cytokinesis up 1.7. Prices $650 million offering. NFE, this was one from yesterday. So I noticed probably like 3 or 4 today or 5 of the plays that didn't move intraday yesterday. After the event, they had some reaction this morning. NFE is one of them. They're up by 37%. Press release confirming a supply deal with Puerto Rico. Orca is up by 20. Interim phase 1 in Paris. LITM up 18.7. Pine Rhine Uranium Project drill results. Roma up 5.7. VTEX 4.8. Jeffries upgrade. Chinese ADR trading higher. Duolingo, that was an event yesterday. 4.2 apparent though after Duocon, or follow through after Duocon. TS down 2.8. Piper Sandler downgrade. Grab down 2.5. HSBC downgrade. SMMT down 2.2. Barclays downgrade. GIS 1.9 earnings. WBD 1 down 1.5. AMD down 1.5. China reportedly bans domestic companies from buying. That's pretty much your big chip news here. That kind of fed through to a couple. Not too important, but that was a major theme of the morning. Eli Lilly noticed the Barenberg downgrade. NVO is up on a Barenberg upgrade. So I don't think anything in the space. You just had a diabetes conference. Eli Lilly just announced a building as well as an oral pill. And now you have one firm upgrading and downgrading the competitors. So Sandisk, FCS, TEM, and SMR, mix of both Sandisk and then Energy. Why are these up? I'd look at those, or why are these down? CPT down 1.3. Goldman downgrade. AMH down 1.2. Goldman downgrade. NVIDIA down 1.1. China banning the chips. Tesla down 1.1. PGRE down 11.6. Rhythm Capital confirms agreement to acquire Paramount. Ford down 9. $4 billion at the money common stock offering. DEC down 6.4. $5.7 million offering. Manu down 4.9 off earnings. VCell down 2.2. BTID downgrade. OPTX down 16 off earnings. Flux down 15 off earnings. RIC down 5. Company statement regarding New York Attorney General charges. And gold and silver trading lower. Yeah, Eli Lilly, I think just a minute ago, they announced the pill. So remember, NVO had good pill news earlier on the Ozempic pill. So it faded afterwards, but Eli Lilly usually follows through. So we'll see. We will see, my friends. Where is it? All right, what time is it? We got good time. Are you ready? So did you watch the watch list? I hope you did. Because like I'm saying, we're going to get to a preview. I probably have like 20 other things I need to show you. And again, it's not like you're going to need it. I mean, you'll need what you need, but I think the more info, the better to be prepared. It's not even like I'm dumping all the info on you. If you guys don't know, I go through a shit ton of info and then I narrow it down with my mind for you and I give you what I look at. So that's the beauty of it, but I have a couple things for the Fed and now for this morning. Maybe I should just go to the other one. This might be easier. Why you no load, Habibi? Okay, please hold on, Habibi. They don't like... Okay, yalla, there you go. Wow, amazing. So here it is. I don't know what it is. MDB, I don't have a time. They have an event today. DRI, Darden, they have an annual general meeting. Again, I don't have a time on there. GCT, they're going to be at 11:30. What's the event? Let me get you the name of it. Because I don't know, like we talked about, if you watch the other watch list, you're already a little prepared on this, because then you know what I'm saying. Depending on the name of the meeting, depending on what they're doing, I think it might be Sidoti Small Cap Conference. That one might be it. And then GCT's at 11:30. Magan, that's another little pump play. Materials, all that. Small Cap Sidoti Conference, 11:30. Trupanion at 12 p.m. They're going to have Investor Day. Qubit, 2 p.m. They're going to have Quantum World Congress. This is like DuoCon yesterday. And that's what I was pointing out to you. Notice, last 2 weeks, we hit every fucking event play. No exaggeration. Starting this week, none of them hit. And a lot of them hit the next day. So be on the lookout for this. That might be the issue. Then AVAV, this one's an expensive stock, but they got an event at 12:15. And then RAP as well, they got an event at 12:30. And then remember, everything is Powell before, Powell after. So I hope that helps you, but you guys like those event names, so that should prepare you here for this morning. So ta-da, yes, everything is on Eastern time. Everything is Wall Street time. So even though I live in sunny San Diego, I have to fucking wake up this early for this bullshit. You know that, you fucking Wall Street at mother. No, I like it. It's beautiful. So good morning, and that is all. So if you have any questions, now is the time to question away, my brother. Now is the time to question away. You let me know. Long term, Chipotle, and then that Lyft deal, man. Again, Lyft. I'm glad I got Sweet Greens, and I'm glad I got Chipotle. Because Lyft was one of those names that we probably could have went small on when it was at like $8. Like I said, or I wanted it at $8 for parts. But yeah, that one's I love Waymo too, man. I'm a big fan. And then, bro, you know what I realized yesterday? Bro, the amount of people, and listen, Baidu, we are up like 60, 70% now. Another China play. I would not buy Baidu right now. So again, you could play the game where you're like, Josh, I bought it extremely high. I still made money. You're wrong. Okay, great. That's fine. But like I'm telling you, we bought this extremely low. But why I'm bringing this up, because we keep talking about it. But here's the deal, and that's why, I love it. I didn't even set this up. I didn't even pay him. I promise. Right away, someone's like, okay, what about JD now? And then everyone brings up all these other plays, but I don't get why people don't know this. Actually, it makes sense, because we're American. Baidu is literally the Chinese Google. Do you guys know that? It's literally like Chinese Google, bro. Here, let me show you, bro. This is Baidu. It's a knock. They copied Google like a decade ago. So that's what, Google doesn't exist in China, right? You know that, right? Alibaba is Alibaba, or that's the Amazon. Yes. So that's why, and so every site is different, or every company, Baba we bought for a reason. Baidu I bought for a reason, tech, the growth and all of that. JD is a different thing, what's that one? BZ and Pinduoduo, the Talon. There's all these different China names, but they're all very different. So think about it. All our Baba and Baidu, those are the two that are supplying all of the chips to the Chinese government. I don't think JD makes chips. So you don't realize it yet, but mother effer, you have the best purchase and the best exposure to Chinese AI. If it does go crazy. But there's a reason why we bought Baidu. So at this point, man, I would just not, I can't help you anymore because all of these names are up. We're just going to ride the wave and take it home. But if it ever comes down, I would look at some of these. But now you have other names to look at. That's why we bought some other stuff. Wow! So yeah, shout out Baidu. But yeah, I was surprised how many of you didn't know that. Because again, there's a reason why I held the flip shares for so long. This has been kind of a stock that went nowhere for a little bit. There's a reason why we added it, and it's the brand, the company, what it is. So they provide cloud, search, everything Google does in America, they pretty much do in China, and not to mention their government relation. Yeah, any other questions? Otherwise, we might gotta get going. Isn't JD a laggard? You woke up this early to just ignore everything I just told you? That's amazing. But yeah, I don't think so, because although JD and China plays might come up in sympathy, like I'm telling you, it's just a different brand. It's a different company. So you should ask yourself what JD is. Why will they benefit right now with the China stuff? You know, I was betting on value in China, but we were going for quality still. That's why I chose Baidu and Baba. But now, if you're going to try to get any other China name, you're probably playing on China exposure, just getting better, risk on. So I don't think JD is the same quality. Now, granted, I made plays on JD a couple weeks ago with options, and I got free leaps. So I did that with a lot of plays with value here. If I wasn't ready to buy it for the long term, or I think it's too expensive, I would trade it and flip it. But you have to have a strategy for that and be safe. But that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it's good to be here. You know that it is Powell Day, man. It is a blessing, and I think it's awesome. And I think a lot of y'all are awesome. I think my girl's awesome too. I love my girl, my family, everything, baby. So we have blessings, brother. Look around, and this country is great. Oh, and I love it. And every single one of you, man, all you veterans who have given something. And like I'm saying, bro, there's so many people not even aware of what the world was like. I wasn't even alive for some of it, dog. But I know, and I see what you have given. And I really hope all of you recognize this, man, each and every day. I do hope all of you who have never served, man, really don't let society down. Why? Like, you see it. Look at the kids who are hopeless and violence and all of that. They don't see what's already available, what's already freedom, and then they go to the point they'll kill others. So Chad, honor the veterans, man. If you can't honor the heroes who have fought honorably, they picked up a gun, and we don't want people to, but they did it for their country, the right reason, bro. That we should honor, not honor random violence or anything else. So veterans, thank you. And that's why I'm talking to you right now, veterans. It is your time to own the land. It is your time to own the quality stocks, my brother. You have fought for all of this. It is now your time to own it. I know you guys, the way you have already shown and displayed the discipline. You have rejected civilian life by choice for a higher purpose. And that right there says a lot. So it's time to transfer that into you having a good, comfortable life, and you deserve to own it, if anything. So thank you for your service. Thank you for your commitment. I hope we could give it back to you in some way, shape, or form. And I hope all of us could come together in harmony. I've been saying that word a lot. It's really true. That's why, whether you served or not, I hope there is harmony. I hope we have the same alignment, the same goal, the same appreciation. So either way, man, thank you. And it's exciting, bro. In this country, good and bad, man, this is definitely a blessing, especially in this timeline, man. So I don't think it would be even worse without my veterans, man. So thank all of you. God bless the families as well. Thank you for your sacrifice, and big shout out to anybody else out there giving back to their local communities. Doctors, nurses, teachers, firefighters, police officers, the janitors, the coaches, the garbage men, anybody making their community run, baby. God bless you and thank you. But ladies and gentlemen, please rise up. Place your right hand over your heart. Say it with me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all, baby. Son of bitches! Oh, it's game time, baby. Or not. Oh, good morning. Oh, good morning. Chatadonia. Like that? Tell the people that laundry water is back. All right, man. You ready? Game time. So I think this is the right video. It should take you there. We're going to move on over. God bless you, baby. God bless you, and be at peace. Arise, my friend. Meet the Lord in the air. That's it, man. So when that bell rings, you better be ready. If you ain't ready, go meditate right now. Go pray. Why? And then I'll see you at 2. But it's game time. So God bless you, Chad. I'll see you there. And if I don't, it's not meant to be, I guess. Peace.